I mean, who would watch just somebody play an engineer all day, you know? Just sitting here whacking my gun. Like, who wants to watch this? Oh yeah, map review. Oh, maybe it's good that I'm streaming then, lady, because then the map review will be available to all people who want to know all about Steel. If you give me... If you email me the connect info, then I can join. Alright, boys. Send it to me on... oh no, you probably have it in your Discord, actually.
I have the high ground, Anakin. Hi.
Oh, General Kenobi. Hello there.
Hi.
Hello, friendo.
Hey.
I'm searching for more Neil Breen stuff.
Hello? Is that my buddy, Uncle Dane?
Hey, is that Reno?
Oh my god.
What's going on?
It's been ages since we've talked, my dude.
I know.
Here, wait, let me turn up your
Are you
volume.
here to fuck shit up?
Yeah.
So, did we get a server yet? I didn't want to, like, grab one and then everybody else grab one.
I haven't grabbed one.
Ooh, okay, I guess I'll grab one.
Alright, snatch that server up.
Steel is one of the greatest maps in TF2.
I basically
think
told the
it's
tragic
pretty
service
fun.
people I was leaving
In pubs
them
and
forever,
in
so
competitive.
it would be kind of awkward at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Hey guys, remember that time when I said I was gonna leave you forever? How about that?
I might turn
I need
Discord
a
down
map.
a little bit. Because there's probably going to be a lot of people talking.
We just need to redo the Big Bell Hells commercial with tragic servers.
Okay, that's what it is. I put it in logs and connects.
You're one win away. I'm going to delete your internet account. No, I'll be back. I promise. Well, I'm
Soldier
not going to
just
promise.
doesn't even mind.
I don't know
when
how
he
long
gets
this will
headshot.
take.
Just, you know, another day at work. You know, you get headshot.
Maybe you
It's
should
okay.
make that server.
I think if we have Brain Maggot, we can tell that he doesn't actually have a brain to shoot, so he's fine.
Did you
we
put the
have a
server on
server?
Turbine? No. Oh! I haven't done anything. I don't know how to use these servers.
Ooh, a
You
turbine
put
map.
Don't
review.
mind
Very
if I
nice.
do.
Alright, so the first thing we're gonna want to do is spawn and then instantly die from a sniper.
No, you gotta build
Oh, that was the one I was looking
sentries
for. There we go.
in the turbine maze. Like, just have like 10 sentries.
Alright, I need my level 3 to go in the vents.
If you need a
Exactly.
map review for Turbine, I got you guys. When would we ever use Turbine, Reno?
Oh,
Hey
so,
then,
okay,
Big
so the
Face,
first thing you
would
do
you
is you
change
walk out of
Cena
spawn, then you
genocide
slam your
for-
head into
for
the
how
wall
much?
until you die.
You never know.
I put like in 500 hours
Wait, Reno, come back.
into the CTF map
I'm
when
your
I
pocket man, let's
started
go.
playing Team Fortress.
Oh, I'm not ending the stream.
So-
Sorry.
I'm trying to get in so I can change the map.
Alright, there we go.
Wait, did you post the connect info?
I did.
Alright, wonderful. I will be there as soon as I can. Ooh.
For those guys who are not sure what
Sniper
I'm
at
doing,
60?
I'm helping
Sniper
Lady
at
Stranger
0?
do a map review for Steel, for Highlander.
Don't, I'm bad.
Top 10 most useful calls. Sniper hit 0.
Hold on.
Spencer pick.
They
Why am
are
I
a
being bad?
silver team, I think.
Alrighty.
You guys are a
Number
silver
50.
team, right?
Steel.
We were.
Oh, Steel? Okay.
We
Perfect.
are top of the line.
Yeah.
Right up there,
You let me
man.
die.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Dane.
I was basher jumping.
You should join
More
us
like
this
I
season.
I begged to move down.
I think I'll remain as the supportive family member.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Cause
Oh,
I'm
hell yeah, turbine.
Supportive uncle.
just
You're
saying.
gonna be the
yeah.
uncle.
I
that
don't
goes
think
up
that
the
I
bottom.
would be allowed, honestly.
I thought it was one plat player on a SEAL team was the eligibility rule.
No, they changed that.
Nope.
Oh.
There's multiple platinum players on this team. Akira, I
Oh.
sent you a message on Discord.
UGC
Just
is
because they're in
Okay.
platinum doesn't mean they're good.
How do
Very
I
true,
change
look at me.
class? It's not letting me. I joined, but it's not letting me do anything.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
right up there with the black guys. Haha,
Working
can't wait
on
to
it.
tough it out with the big dog.
Oh my god, please. Platinum
Is that
players are
soldier?
On the next episode of roster writing on platinum teams.
Is that soldier just going around T-posing? I want to be that soldier.
Listen, kid, if you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. Now come with me. What?
Oh, random crits are on.
Yeah, I don't think there's any configs at all on the server,
Here, I'll get MP Tournament 1 on it.
which is
so-
fine. We just need to change the map is all.
Right.
No, it's fine.
Change level.
You get the UGC.
No, it's
Archon.
on here.
Fine. Turbine is the best map.
Yeah, we can do a map review of Turbine if you want.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah. We could
Well,
do that
there we go.
after. I'd be down.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
god.
Same.
Let's get Sandblast. Where is he?
Yeah, he
Oh
knows
my
all about
God, Ray.
Turbine.
He's probably
No,
blasting sand
no.
somewhere.
Ghoster
How
and
dare you get
Wigwalker.
Rain
Ghoster and
to talk
Wigwalker with the
Turbine.
Twitch Prime sub.
What if you
Thanks,
cut
Ghoster and
everyone's
Wigwalker.
health in
Parent-
half and then have a
appreciate
1 minute
it, man.
turbine competitive?
Oh, for a second I thought this was Dust Bowl.
Oh, we should.
Can I run
do
Baby Faces Blaster?
Do the turbine map if we were just serving you.
Then
Oh my god.
Archon, MP.
I do not approve in the
One.
bullying of Reno.
Nice.
Yeah, stop bullying me.
Okay, we still have bullet spread, but we.
That's fine. We're
we
not
don't have to
playing
worry
an
about
actual
the timer.
game.
Yeah, no one
Join
cares.
spectator, please. Are you sure there's no one else that can
Oh.
play medic?
Spectator?
Yeah.
Are you like, why me? Because we love you.
Did you guys already play a game tonight?
Alright, how do I join spectator?
Did you play a scrim earlier? Or do you have
No.
one later?
We have them on Saturday, Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Because we all work in folk here.
Ah. And now it's the weekend.
Wait, who should I watch?
Dude.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
I'm dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude, okay.
He's the dude.
Dude,
Put the duck on, quack for me.
He's under his alias.
alright.
Quack.
Yes.
Wait, let me try and change.
I appreciate
There.
having my alias back.
Alright, I am watching Dude with the weird unusual.
Are you
Miami Nights.
Yeah.
have you guys ever played
gave my
this
vote.
map in
Fine.
competitive before?
You at
Yeah.
VidCon, this
We
is
did
a
an earlier
warning.
map review.
Yeah, thanks.
Remember the
Totem.
last time we played this map thing?
I don't. I must have blocked it
Alright.
from my memory.
It was.
We all did.
All you gotta know is flank was shut down with us. and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
combo died. It was with what was our medic who would have panic attacks?
Oh, Bob Panda.
Yeah.
Bob Panda.
He hasn't been online for 700 days.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, he might have
Wow.
quit. Oh no.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
That's the best case scenario, I guess.
He dropped
Because
like
of our
9.
team.
All right, so I guess I can segue out of like if your flank's dying, like yeah, it's not a good time. Generally, the rule on this map is going to be you have to have like two very solid groups of people at all times. Like you got to have your flank, of course, or you got to have your combo, which is it's the pyro, the heavy, the demo, and the medic, and then everyone else pretty much except for maybe the spy, and maybe the sniper can play like by himself or with the combo, but like the scout, the NG, the soldier, like they pretty much all have to like play together at all times. Like the engineer especially cannot ever be alone. And I guess you can say the same thing about the scout. The scout and the soldier should be best friends. And basically like how whenever you're playing on the combo, you're playing around your medic, like pretend the NG is your medic and you have to play around him, like protect him, because this whole map is indoors and the engineer is very strong if he gets a level 3 up. So that's just an overall like consciousness that you guys have to have. Like you have to know your buddies and stick with them, like a buddy system at all times, except for maybe the spy who's like a lone ranger the entire game anyway. So
Hey.
so we'll start on defense, I guess. With A, most people give it up pretty much right away, but you can always have your flank, like your scout or your soldier, kind of standing on this balcony right here. Like you can shoot people a little bit. The demo man, if he really wants to, you can like trap up here, trap one of these rocks or something, and maybe the spy can sit here and give people like an intel on who's going to A, because if you don't see someone at A, then they're probably going to be pushing B. So telling people who's on A is really important. And also, if you want to coordinate with your demo man, you can tell them if somebody walks over the traps. So where I was just standing is a good spot for the spy to stand, by the way, like up in these rocks in general.
Okay.
This door opens really, really, really fucking slowly whenever A is capped, so you shouldn't have to worry about the lobby being taken. Oh,
question,
should I go
sorry.
over the callouts? Yeah, what's your question?
When that door is opening, my understanding was that we can shoot a flamethrower through that, but that's banned. Is that accurate?
You're not supposed to like clip anything through this wall.
Oh yeah,
So-
and another question if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
On each stage is normally like a class that's super important. What class is it on this stage?
On this stage, well, like I said, on A, like this is going to be taken pretty quickly. Like you shouldn't hard hold A at all. It's just not a good point to be holding. Everybody who's worth keeping alive should be holding on B. Like the engineer shouldn't set up on A, he should set up on B. And you should put your gun usually pretty far back, but I mean, it depends on where your combo's holding. And honestly, I really like aggressive combo holding on this map. It used to, like over the course of this game being played, I've noticed the positioning of the combo has slowly moved forward a little bit at a time. Like you used to hold back here, and then you used to hold back here, and now you see like platinum teams, they just hold in this corner right here, and it's actually really, really good. So, because you can keep an eye on this right here, and all you got to do is just avoid getting sniped, and you should be good. But if you can keep this like corner pretty much like spammed out, then it's really hard for them to walk up here, and this is their only angle on you. And most of the time when they're standing here, they're going to get taken out, especially if you have a gun far up. So if you want, you can forward hold with your combo right here, and then the NG can play pretty far forward. You can also put the gun right here. This is a pretty good spot because it watches the balcony pretty well, as like the top of people's heads when they're standing here. If your combo's holding down here, put a dispenser down here. If you guys want to play a little bit more passive, or if they're like kind of pushing you out, then you should definitely back up and stand kind of around here. But just be aware, if they pull their sniper up onto this balcony here, he's gonna take your guys' heads off. So just keep an eye on that. Yeah, spawn times on this map are really, 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 really long. They're like, I want to say like 40 seconds. So
Yeah.
Try your best not to die, and if you do die, especially if you die along with your team, just don't even try and take the point again. Like, a big mistake, especially at lower levels, is people think that when they're alive, they should go straight to the point that's not capped yet. But if there are people standing on this point, or their combo is like right here, then just don't come out of this door. Like, it's just not worth it. You should definitely be coming out of this door. Hopefully it's not being spawn camped by flank. Your flank should be keeping an eye on, like, basically this area. But that's normally what happens when people push. There is the thing that people do, especially when they have a pretty good confidence that they can pull it off, where they won't run their combo or anything through B, and they'll just take it through lobby when this door opens, and they'll try and basically do a back cap, or like they'll just try and do an A to E cap is basically what it's called. They'll take their entire combo through here, they'll shit on the flank because it's usually just the scout and soldier, and then they just get the classes that can get on there, and then they spawn camp this door, and then the combo has to rotate through connector, and it just doesn't work out very well. So you have to be really aware of that, which is why it's really important for the spy or the flank in general to be really communicative where their medic is going, because if they go for a sneaky little AE cap, then it's not gonna work out. You gotta rotate pretty much immediately when you know that their medic is going somewhere. So communication is like mega important on this map. This is probably the most team-centric map in the entire game, which makes it a lot of fun.
Since you brought up communication, I'm playing demo and I'm main calling. What we did last week was I put Zalway or Soldier basically in charge of all things flank. So is there anyone else I should really be keying into, like engineer, comm-wise?
Like, are you saying like, what your guys' engineer should be calming, or?
Yeah, when you're talking about communication being key, like if
Yeah.
they're if they're sending everyone through A, like that's happened to us in a couple of matches, and the call didn't reach the combo before it was too late. Like, who do you like having, sounding the alarm in such a scenario?
I mean, anybody who sees it, but I mean, if your flank is in the right position, which is they should be playing basically like around this door. They get heals from this cabinet and from the packs that are in lobby, and they just watch this door. Usually you'll be fighting their own flank, like it'll be scout versus scout soldier, and maybe a pyro will come with them, so it'll be kind of annoying. And if their flank overruns you, like, it's not the worst thing in the world. You just need to let them know. Like, if the flank just needs to let the combo know if they got killed or if their combo is rotating. Like, those are the things that the combo should know about, like, as soon as it happens, because if they know about it, then they can rotate in time. But like I said, if their combo gets to like stand like outside of this pit, then they'll probably get shut down pretty easily because they'll have the high ground on you and stuff. But I guess to answer your question, I don't know who on your flank is the best at calling, but it would be good just to have one of them giving the combo an idea of where their flank is at so they don't get jumped on,
Oh yeah, no, we'll totally scream my head off if the combo flows in there.
Yeah, you can have a code word.
I respond to screaming, if you start screaming like a maniac,
Holy shit, their
counter.
combos here, I'm dead. Is probably along the lines of what I'm gonna say.
You can even boss them around. I mean, like, if you're positive that they're doing an AE push, then you can just make the call, okay, combo, rotate to E right now because they're going. Like, you don't have to wait for them to make that decision.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
This point ain't gonna cap itself, get over here.
I'm camping over here. So yeah, so once they take B, which should, I mean, like, if they fail an AE push, then they probably aren't going to try it again. And if they do, then they might be wasting time because, I mean, the entire point of playing offense on this map is trying to pull people away from the points that they're trying to cap. So, like, pressuring E is a legitimate strategy. Just, you have to realize, and this might just come from experience, it's really hard to describe exactly what points this is the most successful at, but like if you've got like one scout on E, then send 2 players to kill them. Like, just send the scout and the soldier after them, and if you kill the scout, then that's great, but you shouldn't have to rotate your entire combo for one guy. So it should be communicated like exactly how urgent like the rotate needs to be before it's too late, like you said. So I think that it just comes down to making the right call for rotations, but calling rotations and then actually making the rotation is like the key to being successful on this entire map, especially when you're holding B and trying to keep people off of E. But yeah, so if they're pressuring A enough to keep it under control, then that should be great. But if you guys lose B, should be fine. You can just move back out through connector, or you can move through like you can go through here. There's a lot of ways you can move back out to C, but you should definitely just move out to the next letter of the alphabet, which is C. And holding C, it's not really a great place to hold, especially because of this stupid door here. Because if they put their sniper through this door and your flank isn't like keeping an eye on it, then he can headshot your medic. So you might want to put your medic like right here. Yeah, I mean, this point is kind of self-explanatory. As far as the gun goes, I mean, you can put it here. This is a good spot for it. Just look out through this death hallway. Sometimes a soldier or a scout will get pretty cheeky and go all the way around and then shoot your medic. So just keep an eye on this door, make sure nothing crazy happens. If they push, then they'll probably be pushing through this thing, this top area. One kind of dumb thing that you can do is you can put stickies on this grate, and when you det them, it will go through the grate and kill people who are standing above it. It's kind of hard for people to notice that those are there when they're walking on it, so you can try that. Some people hold really aggressively and they put their combo like actually right in this corridor and they try and hold this actual place here, but I don't know if I like it too much because it's pretty easy to spam. Yo, what's up,
You can also
Soundsmith?
accidentally walk on
Xenogene-
traps on that grate there.
Xenogene Team Fortress 2.
I've seen demos stick it under there.
How would you
Yeah,
say?
the grate allows stickies.
The grate and
Yeah.
middle.
I mentioned that. It's pretty
Holy
good.
shit, sorry I'm late.
Last season,
Wow.
I deleted the entire combo doing that. It was hilarious.
Sorry about that. I had some things to attend to. So.
Hello, friendo.
Hey, Matt9761. Thanks for the Twitch Prime.
I'm a
sub,
bit
dude.
late, but yeah, I'll join in the map review. Hold on.
It's okay. We're not really that far through it.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys had gotten to B or C.
I was typing and it just
Yeah, you got
Token off.
Period, like,
$1 says
twice
also.
really fast every now and then.
Token cough, I mean.
Xenogene Team Fortress 2.
I'm
Why does this server have fucking auto kick on it anyway? We thought this would be a good idea.
What? Does it have auto kick?
It has an activity kick,
Oh no.
so I can't sit here with TF2 on my other monitor and watch while I'm like on the internet or something.
I could
Frick.
I could get one of those serve me servers, make it to where. it
Or I mean,
doesn't
like,
have
what's the
that.
command for disabling auto kick? You could just find that out and then put it in.
Yeah, hang on, let me look it up. I'm looking for it.
We're on a server.
Okay, I do this
Oh, you
thing
are on.
where whenever I see somebody get kicked, I just mash spacebar really quickly. So I don't
Okay,
get
okay,
I got it, don't worry.
Somebody forgets about it.
Okay, so I found
Your
out.
ideal
It's
method.
MP_auto kick 0.
Oh, yeah, that, by the way, if the other team is brain dead and goes through Death Hallway, I'm going to stand above the doorway at the end there and kill the medic when I come through. On the other side,
You can
on
stand
D
up
side.
there?
Yeah.
you can
pushing
stand up on
C,
the
you
side.
mean?
Oh, that's really cool.
Like
never
pushing
seen
from
anyone
C
do
to
that.
D.
Oh,
I've seen
oh.
combos go through there, and I'll just like, here, I'll fucking show.
Wind Saboteur.
Xenogene
jump
Team
across
Fortress
E.
2.
We had a question from our heavy.
Yeah.
How essential is it to cap D? Because we know that like when C is capped, the bridges extend to E.
I mean,
So it
I
is
don't-
nice to cut off their direct spawn path. to
Yeah.
E, but
that's the main
Okay.
reason you'd do it.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, another quick question. Sorry. This is like, if I understood right, this is the NG centric map.
Mm-hmm.
NG and demo generally.
I mean, like, it's not like it's not that NG has like a bunch of OP spots, because honestly, a lot of the spots on this map are pretty easily taken out. It's just that it's
Yeah.
really easy to pressure an engineer when he's by himself in this map, because it's indoors. All a soldier needs to do is just stand far away and shoot a rocket most of the time. So if you can keep an eye on those areas, then that's ideal. If you're getting rolled, then most of the time you want to set up on E right away. But I mean, most of the time, if you're holding points pretty successfully and not getting pressured out to the point where you can't keep a hold of an area for very long, then you can just follow your combo around and put sentry guns where they're supposed to go.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I always thought.
Yeah. When I played, I liked just keeping the combo, like, it was nice for me to keep like the combo's mind at bay a little bit by putting a gun on E pretty early, like after they cap B, and just going
Right.
straight for E, so that people who are trying to who are trying to take the pressure off of the combo, or trying to put the pressure. Sorry, I can't talk. Put the pressure on the combo when they're on C. It's nice to keep people away from E, basically, just because they don't have to rotate, so they don't have to worry about it. But if you are going to do that, like I said, you can't be by yourself. Like, you have to work with your flank to keep this hallway down, that thing down. The spy needs to keep an eye on this window, basically. If you want to play your sniper like in this little connector, then you can, but I think it's pretty useful to have him healed, so playing with the combo is usually good. So yeah, it's kind of up to you guys and like how you want your play style to be. So it's up to your NG. If he feels comfortable playing with the combo or the flank, you can basically choose. But if you're gonna play not with the combo, then you have to basically treat the flank like your combo.
I work better as a combo NG anyway.
Gotcha. So, if they cap C, then I guess you can try and defend D, but honestly, like someone already brought up, it's not really worth capturing D in order to capture E, except for just moving their spawn point away. So I think it's probably worth it after they cap C to go and move to the spot up here. Probably worth mentioning that it's pretty easy for a demo man or a soldier to get under here and shoot pills or rockets up towards it, which is pretty irritating.
We can stand on that pipe.
Yep.
That little platform down there too. That's legal.
Mm-hmm. You can. Well, you can stand there, but I mean, the gun will start shooting you if you start to walk out too much. But it's pretty easy to stand here.
That's why on E I usually play my guns a little bit passively in that spot, so like the pipes don't like either directly hit it or like do less.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, like instead of it being on the edge, I sort of just play it a little backwards.
Yeah, I know that. I used to watch a lot. I think this is the map that I've watched the most engineer demos on, and I like one that I think it was, who was doing this? I think it was I don't remember who it was. Okay, but they were putting their gun right on this corner, which made it so that you could get out of this door, because if you put it directly in the door, then you can't jump over it. But if you put it right on this corner, it's really far back, and you can kind of stay out of the way of the sniper. If he's kind of being annoying, you can still heal your gun here, and you can take out your Wrangler and pressure people who are trying to spam you out, and it keeps people off the point still. So
are there any like other cool like jump points or like points where like the spy or the scout might make use of in just like getting to hard to reach places? Like little cheeky areas.
Hey, Uncle Dan, big fan.
I've had spies back when
well,
this might not even be relevant anymore because the ambassador isn't a thing, but I used to see spies like stand here and just be annoying. But they probably don't do that anymore.
Sorry, Stanger.
Yeah, I haven't played since they nerfed it, so I don't know if it's even a thing anymore.
No.
Yeah. Usually if a spy decloaks, he's going to decloak here and then run up the stairs and put a sapper on it, so just keep an eye on that. And most of the time your soldiers or your scout should be basically watching this. This is like their home. They stand on this pack and they protect you.
That pack is my egg.
Yeah.
The scout's home is drugs.
So, yeah, at this point, it'll seem kind of scrappy, but I think that if you just, like, literally just stay calm and, like, clear comms and only really communicate where their combo is playing or where their flank is, and if they're a problem, so that people can react accordingly, because what'll happen is, and this is what you should be doing on offense too, but we'll talk about that, is you should be pressuring both D and E at the same time, basically, because they can't really pull off both at once. Like, it's pretty difficult to have them like shooting here and then like running through here and getting caught and stuff. So basically, like, if your combo is pushing E, then your flank should be pressuring D and vice versa. And at this point, getting control of lobby is probably your best friend at this point, because then you can keep control of D pretty easily, but you can also keep people from spamming the gun out from this angle, because this is really irritating, especially as an NG player. Like, somebody standing here and just shooting your gun over and over, even if it's just a scout, it's can get pretty old pretty fast. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our heavy had a question. You only go for the point to split up the enemy team after capping C? Question mark.
Oh, like on offense or defense?
Give me a second.
I think we're talking about offense, like we're just attacking D in order to create a distraction.
I guess we can talk about that now, because I mean, yeah, the only things that I have left to really go over is just on defense, at least. If they cap D, then your spawn right here, I think, is disabled, right? And you can only go through D. So
yeah,
I think you should be splitting up for the most part. Don't just like keep feeding through this thing. This is what everybody does whenever every point except for E is capped. They just pile through here and they get spammed out and then they die. So make sure you're like sending 2 different groups of people, like one through lobby and one through that end, so you can attack them from both points, because they can't, you know, face in 2 directions at once while standing on the point. And this takes an entire 30 seconds to cap when you have 9 people on it, so it takes a while. It'll probably take a full minute on average to cap this point. So you got a lot of time to not feed. So I guess we can change to offense then. I'll roleplay as an offensive character now.
No one's getting kicked.
Uncle Dane,
Did I do my
Sorry,
job
Chad, I
right?
haven't really
You did
been
do
paying
your job
attention
right, at least for me.
to
Oh,
the
no,
chat,
I didn't mean to.
but I'm looking now. It doesn't really seem to be very
Well, yeah, what are you
productive.
doing?
to be honest.
no.
What?
I'm the new. Get out of here, Dane. I'm
What?
doing it now.
What happened?
I accidentally joined.
Oh. Wait, oh, you joined the team.
If I'm not mistaken, Dane, as an
Yeah.
NG, I should mainly be going through A, cap A, and then go to lobby, build a telly there. Is that what I should be doing?
If you can build a telly in lobby right away, then that's great. But I mean, any good team on
Yeah.
defense isn't gonna let you in lobby right away. So if your
Well, I
flank
mean,
comes with you and they
it's
kill them,
more
then hell
just,
yeah.
Yeah, because like I know that like a scout or a soldier will be in there
Yeah.
more often than not. Like the soldiers love to hang around like where the entrance to lobby is, and they sort of just like hide up there, rocket spam.
Yeah, you should definitely, as engineer, you should definitely be. Oh yeah, kill that. Kill this thing.
Barrel?
'cause- Yeah, because
Yeah,
spies
kill
can
the
actually
barrel.
clip through it and hide in it. And it happens.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Supposed to tell
Yeah,
people that.
it's
Come on
it's
now.
a thing that spies can do with the props.
Yeah, and
Huh.
you know how earlier I was saying like, oh, spy should be like a lookout with the cloak and dagger. Like, I mean, when you're walking to E, you're probably not gonna be fighting too many people, so you might as well spy check. Like, you shoot up here. I've seen a thing that actually was really smart, because you can build level 3s and spawn here. I'm pretty sure you guys know that already, but you might as
Yeah,
well
yeah,
run
yeah.
level 3s when you first spawn. I mean, you might as well. I don't see any reason not to, since you can build them. So I usually build a
You would
level
also
Join
3.
this
be a
server,
waste
it's
of
fun.
resources not to.
19,011.
What'd you say?
It would honestly be a waste of resources not to.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I mean, you can just do it until you die next, or if you just like doing it, it's fine. But I saw an NG once do a thing where he would put a gun here, and he would just wrangler these rocks like pretty much instantly to try and find spies, because that's where they like to stand. And you just shoot
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
stuff. But usually, I mean, I don't know if it happens all the time, but I always find spies out here. It's really funny to catch them out when they're just sitting
You
in
could
the
also
corner.
use the short circuit for it.
That's very true, although you might waste a lot of metal with its current iteration.
Yeah, but spawn is literally back there, so it's kind of
Yeah,
no point, really.
True, true. So yeah, NG and flank in general is gonna come up here and stand on the point, and so it's
My
gonna take a
mama,
long
Jeff.
time for this door to open. So you basically just gotta wait here. Try not to get like killed by rockets that come through it, because their flank is probably just waiting on the other side trying to meet you. And yeah, so try and take lobby, and I can't get through that door obviously. So yeah, just yeah, that's what the flank's supposed to be doing. But the combo,
Question about
Yeah, yeah.
you. If they're really putting up a fuss on A, do you want like the combo to push up from like bats and like spam on the point or something? Like, what's
yeah.
the best way to give fire support to the flank?
yeah, exactly what you said. I think that if the flank is having trouble standing here, like if they have like too many suppressive fire characters, like sometimes they'll put their heavy here on first for a bit, or they'll put their demo man here and it'll just spam people out and stuff. If that happens, then you can literally just have your heavy go and stand there, like and he'll just pressure people out. It's pretty simple, and any good team isn't gonna like try and hard hold A. Like if you lose even one
Right.
person on A, then that was a dumb play. So I think yeah, because like I said, the spawn times on red are so long. Like if you die in a dumb way, then that's not good. So yeah, if like I said, if you have problems capping A, then it's pretty easy to rotate like at least one extra guy to come and help. But most of the time, a good team isn't going to be hard holding A. In the unlikely case that they are hard holding A, I think it's pretty obvious. You just run your combo through here and your flank can go B or something. But most of the time, combo's going to be pushing B. Be really careful, and I probably should have mentioned this on defense, but there's a really nasty sniper sight line right here. I don't know if you can see through my eyes, go into first person. But if the sniper stands right here, there's this little crack, and you can shoot right through that little crack and
Also,
headshot
isn't
their
there a
medic.
spot right above there that a soldier could stand on?
Yeah, soldier can
that
stand on
light.
this light. So
Yeah, on the light.
you can check this light before you come out.
You can
Just
put
run out here
stickies
and
in
go,
the shutter itself.
in the shutter? Oh,
yeah, like
oh yeah.
right in there.
Yeah, you
Right
can put it on the
stick 'em
wall.
in the thing. No, you
Yeah.
can stick them inside the door.
They clip inside
Oh.
it. No, not that one. The next one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that
can
one.
shoot 'em
You
right
put
up in
sticks
there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the short circuit would be good on this point then, if you feel like that's
Yeah,
something that
yeah.
happened. And I mean, during setup, your NG or whoever isn't really busy, I mean, your NG's probably going to be busy building, but they can stand here and just listen. If you hear
I've seen
somebody
people run
shooting,
the
sticky-
heavy with fists through that door.
Yeah, that's
I
also
mean,
good.
run Jag, and the buildings kind of like don't matter as much. Like you just
Mhm.
whack it like
On the
what is
charge.
it,
Yeah, you whack it like crazy.
4 times?
That's what I like to do.
Nah, 8 times.
So you're probably gonna want to try and get your sniper up on this balcony. This is an epic place for a sniper to stand because he'll be able to shoot everyone. Hopefully they're not like holding this place too hard. Sometimes they'll have their heavy standing here and he'll just be getting buffs from the medic, which is a good idea. I should have also mentioned that on defense. I'll probably remember a lot of stuff that I forgot to mention. But if you put your heavy up here during pre-round and then you can get buffs from the medic who's standing down there, it's pretty cool to have him just kind of keep this entire thing held down. So
That forward
hopefully they're
point
not
makes a
doing
lot of sense.
it really is nice, and it's something that's come into prominence recently because I think people have realized how strong it can be. So yeah, I think for the most part you're probably going to end up exchanging here, which is usually what happens anytime that both teams have Uber at the same time at the beginning of a round. So if you can just get a good exchange, or if you want to wait until maybe your spy can go for a pick or whatever, but keep in mind you're on blue, your spawn times are literally instant. I think that they're 1 second, or they're like 2 or 3 seconds at the most, and then they go down to instant once you cap as many, like once you start capping a certain amount of points, it literally is instant respawn on this map, which is pretty silly. But so I think that getting good picks on blue should be priority for pick classes because it's pretty non punishing to die on blue. At least less punishing than it is to die on red because of the respawn time. So yeah, pushing blue is, or pushing B is usually the most difficult, I think, because usually this is like what most teams have set up the best. So they'll just sit here and be ready for you basically. So you have to catch them off guard. And like I said before, a good way to kind of coax them out is to put a lot of pressure on A. If your flank is successful in pushing through this what is this, lobby,
Yeah.
then that's great. Like Micro Rex said, you could put a teleporter in here. Just make sure you're communicating where your teleporter goes because you don't want your medic to take the flank teleporter and vice versa.
What about that soldier spot in lobby?
Which one?
The one. Hang on.
By the door. Yeah, that one.
Up here?
That's the wrong team. Hold on. Yeah, it's by the door.
Is it the one on the sign or the one on the little thing?
Yeah, that there,
The
that
gate
white
one.
thing.
Can you
see
see
Yeah,
it.
I can. You have to basically lean up against it and shoot the ground, and you'll land on
Yeah,
top of
like
it.
that light right there.
Oh,
You can hide on that light.
that one, yeah.
You can hide
Yeah,
directly to the right of the door in the thing that says Gate 1.
Damn it, I don't know how to
I
jump
mean,
for shit.
Here,
it's
let
kind of
me do
easy
it.
to see them. It'll definitely take you by surprise if they're there, but I honestly haven't seen too many people use that spot, so I don't know if you'll see it in Steel or not. The div, not the map. But the
There's another spot, and I can show it here.
oh, okay.
I've seen soldiers do this. If I can get up there.
I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
jumping is a pain
That's
in
pretty
the
good.
ass.
You're just
Yeah.
hiding right there.
As soon as you see one, you just rocket spam.
Yeah, it's honestly it's
Also,
kind
you
of
can,
hard to take this.
This is dumb one, because they'll see you immediately, but you can hide up here too.
Yeah. In general, it's kind of hard to take just this spot of land as blue because they have pretty good.
I've also alternatively just stood right here and nobody's noticed me. just hanging out, you know.
Or if you don't feel like using the Wrangler, short circuit.
Basically, the long story short, always check right when we come
there.
to that door.
Hello,
Yeah,
friendo.
you can even shoot the ground immediately right when you get there. But if your flank can take control of lobby, then that is epic. That means that you can put your scout on the point, and then you can just kind of be annoying from this angle, because if they start sending people back, then that's good, especially if they're holding forward. Oh, hey, boneless bacon. Thanks for the 17 months, man. So, yeah, if they're holding forward, then it's really nice to pressure because it'll basically force their combo or somebody out of this forward position, making it easier for you guys to push your combo out through the B spawn. So yeah, the flank just gotta be annoying, be as annoying as possible, especially if your NG's on level 3s. If you put your level 3 like right here, it's pretty irritating. Because most people don't see it when they come out of this.
Thanks for giving your piece on the stupid
this
Mario
door, or
Brothers
this,
thing.
this door.
Good to have some closure as an old school fan.
Where are they coming out of
Doing
fours? Wait a
what
minute.
or doing NG
Yeah,
man?
I'm waiting for that
there.
update. Yeah. So, yeah, if
Oh,
you
we got
run in
housing.
level 3s and you manage to get one onto E, then that's like a perfect distraction. And like you're probably not going to be like successful unless they're just really bad of actually capturing E. But honestly, like if you can get like half cap time on E, then I think it's worth changing your strategy in the moment from trying to get E or trying to get B to actually just trying to go for an E cap. Like if they take too long to address the flank on E, then sometimes that can be an opportunity for you to just do an AE cap immediately.
I
I've
tend
seen
to
it
put my
happen.
gun a little bit back in lobby to sort of bait people out when they're coming out of B.
Yeah, that's
That
good
makes
too,
fun.
because you can just put it in here and then be like, oh, I'm just a helpless NG, I'm running away, and then they get killed by it.
Yeah,
so-
and then they just get blasted by the gun.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just up to your playstyle, but
Yeah.
like I said, if you're just as annoying as possible for their flank, then you'll force their combo out of B, and that'll give your combo an opportunity to actually push through B, which is good. So once you cap B, this door back here takes a really long time to open, but it's pretty good idea to bring your combo through here if they can. If you don't want to do that, then you can bring it through this this hallway, pretty much the opposite of where their combo is trying to hold, because if they're having to rotate for you, then you're basically getting free ground all the time. So
I always found going through connector was the sort of suicide. Like it's just a really aggressive way
Especially
of
'cause
going
this-
about C.
yeah, so yeah, it's up to your team, but either way is usually pretty fine. But like you said, right here, you're pretty susceptible to spam, and you probably shouldn't stand in that doorway until you have Uber. But if you just stand here, keep them away from you until you got Uber, and then you can bring your heavy through here and up this way.
Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Just a little tip from your signature sneaky Frenchman on the team.
Spy?
For whatever reason, for whatever reason, connector is like stab heaven. I really couldn't tell you why. It makes absolutely no sense why so many backstabs happen here, but people will get stabbed here a lot. So turn
Right
around
here?
often.
Right here?
Yeah, connector.
literally,
Yeah.
this
Sometimes
whole
I call
area.
it
It's
wishbone.
Your spidey sense must be tinkling
super
constantly.
cramped.
Connector
It makes
bone.
No sense. You should hear the decloak. I don't know why so many people fucking die here, but they do.
Because they're pubbers, was
Because they
likely.
have their audio literally on 2 ticks.
Like, it's just a known fact. People get
I have bat ears, so I always hear this shit.
I just play with Apple earbuds.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
guys.
maybe it's because it's really hard to see a spy coming. Like they'll basically by the time you know that a spy is next to you, like they're already within stabbing range because of how close quarters this is. Like they can decloak right here, just be on your back immediately. And most of the time people aren't turning around, like you said, especially if they're busy dealing with spam or something.
Yeah, just
So-
flick around every now and again. You might be
Oh,
surprised
yeah.
at how many Frenchmen you find.
Full-time spy is fun to fight against. So they're gonna be probably holding pretty far back here. Any smart medic isn't gonna be putting themselves in a sniper sight line from this door, so they'll probably be standing back here buffing people. So if your scout or soldier wants to be real cheeky, they can go through Death Hallway. If your flank has control of lobby, then it'll be pretty easy to take somebody through here. But they can just go up there, and they can go through here. And if nobody sees you by the time you get here, then it's usually a pretty easy pick to just shoot their medic twice. So if you can pull that off, then great. That's a great pick. And like I said, you have instant respawn on this map, so you might as well go for it. I think that it's a good idea. And also, and this is honestly, this is the good advice for every single point when you're on offense. Put as much pressure on this point as you possibly can, because if they have to send people from the point that they're currently defending from your combo over to deal with you, then that is one less person that your combo has to fight, and that makes it way easier for your combo to actually make pushes. So especially if you do it like at certain times, like maybe like before their Uber is about to be ready, like if you're keeping track of Uber charges, then you can be like, oh, they're like 75% Uber, like we should go over here. Because if you're basically distracting them, if you're sending people who would normally be in on Ubers, like scouts or pyros, away from the combo when they're about to have Uber, then by the time that like they get all the way over here to deal with you, they have Uber now, and like now when they use it, they're gonna use on a heavy or some shitty class that can't like actually fight like an entire exchange. So it's usually a good idea to time the pressure that you put on E, ideally, if you can pull it off. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything about C as far as I can remember. And we can go over like if people have questions about specific things, and we can talk about it at the end. Usually their NG is going to be set up on E by this point. Like if they have if you guys have A and B capped, then usually their NG is either going to be on C with the combo, or they're going to be up here.
Yeah,
so,
like that's actually kind of what I was questioning. In what circumstance should I decide, hey, should I babysit E or should I be with C?
I think you could press tab, and if your entire team is up whenever you're about to go build a gun, then you can go build on C. I think that's like the easiest indicator that I can think of to go and build on C immediately, because you know you're gonna have support basically. Like you're not gonna have dumb people like getting in for free, ideally, and shooting your gun while you're shooting it here, or while you're building it here. So if your team's half down, then I think you should probably try and find your combo, or you should try and find your flank. It's like the NG's combo is the flank, and basically let them clear this space out. Maybe make sure that this window isn't occupied by a sniper. That space over there isn't occupied by a flank member, and just build your gun up here real quick while no one's looking. That way, by the time, because like if they're trying to take advantage of like a numbers advantage, if they have numbers advantage on your team, then they're probably not thinking about E as much as they're thinking about just taking the next alphabet letter. So you probably shouldn't be building on C. You should be building on the next point. And honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anybody, at least no NG, like who seriously builds on D. I don't.
God forbid. So, that would probably be throwing.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen people put guns up here, but I mean, like it's just so pointless. Like that's at this point, like they're gonna see the gun on D, and they're gonna be like, okay, well, we're just not gonna cap D then. We're gonna go E.
I feel bad for any engineer who thinks that.
I mean, like it's fine and everything, but you're not gonna do anything. Like nobody's gonna go D if they see your gun there. Like D is not that important to contest a gun.
Oh, you could always be worse. You could be on B while it's already capped if you're not already dead.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if the NG does come and build at B, I can just tell him I was there first.
What?
Yeah, buzz off.
We need it.
For NG on attack, where do you place the first?
Let's drink Windex or heavy. For NG on attack, where do you place for first built sentry?
Oh, like out of spawn?
That's what he said.
Yeah, I usually take it to A, just because nobody's gonna be there most of the time, and you're gonna have your flank with you. So I'll take it.
Just place it on hill, I guess. I mean,
Place it on hill, move it into lobby, and then from there just dominate lobby.
Yeah, I can. I guess I can show you specifically.
Turret and lobby pounds pretty hard.
Pretend this is a level 3, but like I'll usually just pick up my level 3 and I'll just spin around a whole lot so spy doesn't stab me, and then put it right here on this thing, because it kind of peeks over the hill a little bit, and anybody who's like shoving their face through this little crack like the guy from The Shining, they're gonna get shot. So
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun. And then ideally you should probably be on shotgun for this, but when this door opens you should fight their combo, or their I keep mixing it up, fight their flank in this little doorway. You'll probably die, but I mean, if you can do any damage, it's fine. Yeah, unless you're a god, then I mean, like, yeah, hell yeah, shoot them, and then you can pick up your gun and then move it into lobby after that. So that's usually what I do with a level 3 that I've built in Spawn.
I usually hesitate until the soldier's dead. Scout, not so much. I know my soldier can deal with the scout, but
I put a lot of faith in your soldier.
My whole game plan after AA is to walk into lobby and kill everyone in there. By myself, no help.
Sounds good to me. You're gonna make my job easier.
There are entire teams there, just kill all of them. No, fucking, I'm not that. I'm not a gamer, I'm just an exister.
You said that so fucking casually.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna kill them all, you know? Another day at the office.
I'm just gonna walk in and fucking just murder every single one of them. I'm one of those people who can destroy everyone in pubs, but is absolute dog shit at competitive array.
It's okay, it's okay. It's not murder. This is a time of war. They're enemy
It's not murder, it's a slaughter.
We can kill them with impunity because they're not surrendering. They're not incapacitated.
No, I'm just gonna walk into lobby and take their flank out back and just give them the old Yeller special. You know? Coincidentally, that's what my shotgun's called.
Oh, Yeller.
The old Yeller special.
So I can give you guys the secret to killing the gun right here, because I noticed for a lot of newer teams this is kind of the evil sentry spot for people who don't know how to combat it, but it's actually quite easy. So if you put your sniper in that window, that is usually a pretty good sightline for them to kill the engineer, which is all that anyone really needs to kill the gun.
Alternatively, direct hit from that window.
Yeah, if their sniper is better than your sniper and you keep dying when you peek that window, then a spy can also sap the gun pretty easily, coordinate with a coordinated shot from like a soldier who's like standing here and shooting it, or standing over there and shooting it, or even standing down over there, or standing over here. Basically, like, coordinate with your spy. Your soldier and your spy should coordinate, and their spy can easily decloak right here and just walk up here and put a sapper on it. Like, it might be a suicide sap, but I mean, at least it'll be worth it if you can get the gun down, because if you can get...
We won't have to spend an Uber to kill it.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get an Uber, like, to kill the combo pieces instead of the gun, then that's always a victory in my eyes.
I always found that a window sniper and DH soldier is usually just enough to destroy it.
Yeah, and the reason being that a sniper, because honestly, like, I feel like the thing that I've died to the most when I'm standing here is a sniper, because no one really thinks to go check that. It's kind of out of the way, to be honest, for blue team. Or for
God forbid if you try to wrangle the sniper, it's fucking hard.
It's difficult because that window's very small, but he doesn't. Yeah. He only needs a little tiny window, and you need a lot more than that to kill him. So it's kind of difficult. But like I said, if you build up in that corner and don't poke your little NG head out and just stay right here, then you should be fine until it gets taken care of, at least. So yeah, like I said before, when you're playing blue, try and pressure both of these points at the same time, because it's very difficult for them to defend both. And I think that's kind of the theme, if you haven't noticed, of this entire map, is don't put all of your eggs into one point. Like, you have to pressure 2 points at once, because it's impossible for a team to be in 2 places at once. And even if they are, then you're fighting half a team, and it's a lot more manageable. So yeah, just make sure you're doing that as much as possible. And if you cap D, then it's good, because then they can't come out of this door, and then you can just shoot them when they poke their head through here, because this is the only way that they can get to you. They have to stand here, which is actually a really good sniper sightline. Just put a sniper right up here, and you can crouch and just shoot anybody who tries to walk anywhere out of spawn. It's pretty irritating. Something really, really, really useful that I have found to be sometimes a game changer, and this is directed towards the engineer. On blue, when they kill the sentry gun, run up here and put a teleporter down here. It's so good. It's honestly, like, it's a game-winning teleporter most of the time, because if they're somehow able to take D back, or if they have a really good hold up here and their NG doesn't get up here in time, if you just send like a medic and a heavy through this teleporter, then they can just stand up here and just fucking destroy them, because they have high ground on their entire team.
I know for a fact that sometimes when we take lobby, you know that little area that drops onto D?
The what? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, you know that little area right there that drops onto D? What I do is I go out, or no, the one that goes from lobby to D.
Oh, this thing.
Oh,
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I go from there, I go to E, I put the tele down there, and I use the Eureka effect.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
That way I sort of do it before B is capped, and like as soon as our combo gets it, it's sort of just there.
Yeah. There was this really fun rollout that I learned from Gabriel a long time ago, where it was like, because, and this is if you want to build on E immediately after they cap B, but you would build your gun and stuff out here, but you would put a teleporter entrance here, and then obviously I'm doing the rollout backwards, but you'd get whipped by a soldier.
And then you would put your exit right up there.
Yeah, I can't remember the you know what it was? I think what he would do is he'd run this way.
Yeah, he would go through the way I was talking about.
And then he would put a teleporter like in this corner back here somewhere, like back here. And actually you don't even have to put the entrance down now that the Eureka effect is usable. If you're using the Eureka effect already, then it's good, but it's just a good way to get out if you're getting pressured, because you can just be like, run away, and you stand on this. Sometimes you can take your gun with you, and then you're already set up on E, and then it's really irritating.
In conjunction with the rescue ranger, it's basically a fuck you to anybody trying to kill the gun.
What else for E, for capping E on blue? As long as it's really easy to spawn camp them when they're coming out of this door, because not a whole lot of people are going to come this way, because they don't really care about D, they care about E. So if this spawn's still here, then definitely have the demo man be trapping this.
Just kill them all and then win. And then
Yeah,
you're
easy.
done.
Yeah, I
Easy.
don't know why I even explained any of this. I should have just said that.
Any preference for banners when pushing last, like conch?
I like the
Battalions back
I
up.
like the conch and the battalions. Like the third one isn't really that great, to be honest.
Buff banner.
Yeah, it's all right, but I like the other two a lot.
Same.
They're pretty underrated.
I would probably say battalions would probably be better, because if you're in lobby with the NG and he has a dispenser up, you could get that sentry resistance that the battalions has, and sort of just use that to destroy the gun easier.
Yeah, and then just fucking run away.
Oh, and this is something that I used to play with Smitty in Highlander, and he ran Soldier in Highlander. I think he still does, but something that he used to do on this map, and he would just destroy people doing this. I don't know how. He would just run shotgun, and I don't know why, but this map is just a really good soldier shotgun map. It's because it's really close quarters, so you can just basically juggle people into the ceiling, and then they're just a sitting duck for a nice little meat shot, you know.
This map has been referred to as a demo man's wet dream.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the roamer soldier's nightmare though, because you can't rocket jump anywhere.
Yeah. Luckily, I can't rocket jump.
Well, there you go. You'll like this map then. So you don't really have to rocket jump.
Also,
right.
I've heard that slow door opens about on par with a nun's legs.
Yeah.
That's the term.
So I'd say that's accurate. It's blasphemous but accurate. So. Yeah.
Well, I'm a degenerate, so I can say these kind of things.
Perfect.
If you're Jewish, you can say some Jewish.
You're not kosher enough.
I'm not kosher. I am totally kosher. I'm vegetarian.
Is this the fucking Mega Man theme? How did this end up?
You're murdering vegetables, damn it.
Does anybody else have any questions? I think that I went over everything that I could think of, but I probably forgot some stuff.
I got nothing for you, Dan. Thanks, dude.
All my questions
yeah.
were answered.
Thanks, RP.
It's fun. This is actually, well, I can't be sure actually. I already wrote. I don't know if you guys watch any of the videos that I make, but I make a series called Engineers Blueprints where I just make a NG's version of a map review basically. And I had already written like the first like third of this entire episode, but I like gave up after a while because it was already like 15 pages long and I was already a third of the way through.
Christ almighty.
Such a
Is
long.
it bad that I watch Dane's videos to learn how to kill NGs better?
No, that's good. It's fair. It makes it fair.
Yeah, the upward
Rusty
blueprints
book
really
tonight.
helped me when I was learning that map for a competitive setting. So thank you for putting out that content.
Of course. Maybe I can just upload this map review.
I'll send those over DM.
What'd you say?
Please.
I have a few questions for you, but I'll send that over DM.
Oh,
You
okay.
can answer that at your own fruition. It's just general engineer shit that I want to know.
Okay.
Do you mind? Do you mind us like?
Wait, Rena, did you just ask me for $5? Is that what your question was?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
$5.
Actually, yeah, it's $5.40.
Wait, why specifically 540? Is that how much an ice cream costs or something?
No, I just want $5.40.
That's what
This is not a buck pity.
Can you PayPal me $5.03?
And 3
It's not a
cents.
buck pity.
Reno, are you monster?
Isn't inflation that bad in there that it's just constantly changing?
It'll go towards...
I'm sorry again for ignoring
Rena's
chat, but I
turning
was
into the
pretty
Loch Ness
concentrated on
Monster,
trying to
dude.
think of
Reno's
everything.
greedy.
I haven't done a map
Just
review in
buy
a
a
long
slide
time.
whistle and streak.
Lord Helix, if you're still here, thanks for the $10. He says,
Okay,
thanks for
Reno,
giving your
now is
piece
your
on the
turn to
stupid
do
Mario Brothers thing.
turbine map
Good to have some
review.
closure as an old
changing
school
map.
fan. Keep
Map
doing
review.
what you're doing, NG
Yeah,
main.
we're gonna change maps.
Yeah, glad to do it. I'm okay with talking about it
wall?
these days.
What about a
I
two-part
was
map
pretty
review?
silent about it
I
for
can
a
do a
long
harvest
time.
map review if you really want to. I
Mostly
know
just 'cause it was
harvest
still
quite
kind of-
What about a higher
Just
tower?
something I
What
was
about a
kinda
higher
sore.
tower?
I was kind of sore about, you know.
Zowie, you're gonna kill me.
Hopefully understandable.
Upper confusion, upper confusion. That's
I
pretty much
pound-
what higher tower is.
Uppest
pound-
confusion.
Fine.
I pound on harvest.
Boneless
Like, if you
bacon
need to
with
know
the
something,
17-month
ask me
resub.
about
I'm
it.
sorry,
I'm gonna
this was 22 minutes ago. I feel
How
bad.
hard do you
Excuse
pound?
me?
Says, hey, I've been playing way too
Excuse me,
much
is
Battle
there a
Entry
doubter
recently
in the
since I've got my
audience?
unusual shotgun.
How
Thanks for
many
inspiring me to get
nuts
some
in
epic
one basket can you
frags.
get? In a fucking,
Thanks for the 17-month resub, dude.
Like a walnut or
like an acorn, an almond.
I'd have to look up, but like the smallest.
Okay, so for a
Cashew.
turbine, you just run to mid and then you just you shoot your gun.
You run them in, you fucking die.
If you build a sentry gun on the crate in the middle, then you can get an epic kill streak.
Actually, the
right?
best way to play engineer on this is not even with the big countries.
Alright, so the first thing you do is you come out of spawn and you shotgun a monster with your asshole and then they'll die.
No, what you
He's
gotta do is you
WM1
gotta run.
to
You guys gotta
victory.
run first 3v1, run Widowmaker, GG, spawn camp.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
GG.
mention, as a serious like Highlander strat I've seen is critzing the pyro, or Ubering a pyro with a backburner.
Oh, you mean getting AIDS?
I mean being cheeky bastard is what I fucking mean.
So getting AIDS.
That's my specialty.
I saw a silver team, specifically the silver team I was on.
Alright,
just
Toolbox, I'll try and
annihilate
carry
people
you.
with that strat for some reason.
I'll try and
I don't
carry
know
you
why
to your
it
next
works,
win,
but
so you can
for
get your
some
rank.
reason people in
I'll try it.
silver run away from a pyro with a backburner and show their backs to them.
A bunch of Xenogenes donated a bunch of dollars. He said a bunch of Family Guy jokes and
I
said
am
my
always
name
here.
Jeff. So thanks Xenogene. I'm sure you're the real Xenogene.
Wait, are we just playing on Turbine for the hell of it?
I guess.
I'm not. I'm gonna go pub and I'm gonna go tend to my stream now. I've been ignoring
I'm
them.
gonna go fuck off and stream
PayPal me
again.
$5?
Yeah, just email me your email address.
Email?
Thanks, Uncle
Yeah,
Dane.
I'm gonna go ahead and send you those questions in a moment.
Alright, I'll get
but
to them
you can
probably
get
after
to-
my
You
stream.
can get to those after your stream.
Wait,
Yeah,
if I have any more questions, can I like post them in the general chat or should I send them to you?
Just send them to me DM. My DMs are open on Discord.
All right, thanks, bro.
Yeah, of
If I
course.
have a question, I'll DM it to you, Uncle Dane.
You have a question for me right now? Is that what you said?
Said not what I can think of.
Why is your voice
okay.
so soothing?
I don't know.
Smoky,
Well, thanks.
smokes a lot.
Yeah, I'm a smoker.
Mm.
I'm a toker. I'm a midnight joker.
Midnight toker.
So what you're saying is you have a very long tongue.
Yeah. Like
Basically, that means-
like the guy from Kiss.
Yeah.
I actually
Wait,
have
which
a
guy? The one with a
Simmons?
really, really long tongue?
No, the other guy.
We're
Didn't
fucking.
all of them have long tongues?
You need to specify.
Gene Simmons has like a fucking 6-inch long
cat
tongue. It's
man.
fucking scary. It's time to stop.
That's kinda hot.
He can like lick his chin.
My
You can
whole
fucking
body
touch
is
his
just like-
eyeball.
Like Lickitung.
I can lick my chin.
Oh, like Lickitung from Pokemon.
Ooh, Harvard.
We're only playing the most competitive version.
I
of
am
Harvest
I
for
am
this map review.
concerned.
It's called You Die. The end.
You die.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
it's
no.
Harvest Nighttime mode.
It's the
Is this
Halloween
the
mode.
part where we start
Yeah.
screaming you die?
Halloween?
There's pumpkin
Alright,
bombs. It's
see you guys
perfectly
later,
fair.
I
bye.
love it.
Yeah, just email me your social security number. Just email it to me.